Well, not a good look. Right, that's not much better either. So this is day 2, or the start of day 2 of my little mini trip to Castlepoint. I was going to get out last night. To shoot some astrophotography. But it got to 8 o'clock last night on a Saturday night, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was absolutely shattered. I've done quite a bit of travelling, early hours of the morning, obviously the night before. Didn't get much sleep, well, got no sleep all yesterday, so last night I slept like an absolute baby. It was a fantastic sleep. Great little place to stay, nice and comfortable. I set the alarm this morning for 4 AM, which has gone off at 4 AM, it's now 4:30 AM. I thought sun-up's around about 7 o'clock, so that effectively gives me maybe an hour and a half, an hour. If I can get on my backside, get my breakfast eaten real quick, pack up my gear, get in the car, 8k drive down to Castlepoint, and what I'll do is I'll get up to the lighthouse and try and get a few get a couple of astro shots. It sounds really windy out there. It's blowing a gale by the sound of it, so I don't know what it's going to be like conditions wise, but we'll see. But unfortunately, any drone footage I was hoping to take, yeah, it's not going to be possible. Then I'll get the sunrise from that point, the top viewing point, looking back towards the lighthouse, Deliverance Cove, and on towards Castle Rock. After sunrise, I'm going to get back down to the car park area where the start of the walk is for the Deliverance Cove walk around the back of Castle Rock. I'm going to do that, and then when I finish that, that'll be my day done, photography wise, and then I'm going to get back in the car, drive back home. I hope you're still sticking with this and watching it, and if you're not, that's fine. I'm doing this because I absolutely enjoy it. Not so much seeing my face on screen, because that's not much for anybody to enjoy, but it gives me such an excuse, such a motivation to get out there and see parts of this country that I've seen parts of this country, don't get me wrong, right? But it gives me an excuse to get out of bed at the best times. The one that I'm really proud of is a shot I did last night. It was quite busy up at the lighthouse area, and then as soon as the sun went down, everybody bailed out, understandably. I kind of stuck around there for an extra hour or so after sundown, and then the light came on. And as soon as the light came on, the area transformed. We got all this mist rolling in from Castle Rock and over the hills, and it obscured virtually everything. It was sort of wrapped around the lighthouse. The mist was coming in pretty heavy, thick and fast. And then we got a little bit of a break where you could just see the tip of Castle Rock in the distance. And I got a shot there just as the lights are coming around. I had to time it so the lights weren't actually bang straight in my lens, otherwise that would cause too much lens flare, it would have killed the shot. I tried a couple and it just killed it. So I timed it so it just kind of spun around so far, and we just got some nice lights from it, a couple of nice light glare, light beams. A couple of nice light beams coming off it, and I'm quite pleased with that shot. I don't mind waving my arm back, it's not bad. Yeah, anyway, breakfast time. Around about 15 minutes away from sunrise. I've had a good walk round in the dark. Thankfully I brought a torch. Tried to do a bit of astrophotography, but to be honest, it didn't really work out the way I planned. I got a couple of nice shots out of it, but not particularly shots of the lighthouse. I've shot the lighthouse before, like I say, Milky Way rising above it, and that worked out well. Today, or tonight, this morning, not so much. But I got a couple of nice shots anyway. I'm just sitting up here under this cover of these rocks, just to shield from the wind a little bit, although it is dying down. And I think I've got a nice little shot here. I've got the fence line, the walkway leading right up to the lighthouse. I've got a big bank of cloud that's very, very slowly moving into position, and I've got maybe 15 minutes left until the sun rises and hopefully sets that cloud on fire. I'm just hoping, I'm not sure what time to turn the lamp off. I'm hoping it's still on at sunrise, just to give that extra little bit of detail in there. But time will tell. But either way, to be honest with you, it's been a beautiful morning. absolutely stunning morning. You know, I keep saying this, but to think, you know, I had a voice in my head saying, don't do it, don't do it. It's going to be a waste of time. Absolutely not a waste of time. It's been spectacular. It's been fantastic. It really has. Love every second of it. Every second. So I'm settling on this location. I've put just wait till this wind stops. I've put a 10 stop ND filter on, and it's giving me an exposure at f16 ISO 100 of approximately 3 minutes, and that is working nicely because there's quite a lot of high cloud, or quite a lot of low cloud actually, whizzing past the lighthouse there. Now the Maori name for this area, Rangi Whaka Omo, it is something to do with wind, the speed of the wind, because this part of the coast, it gets a lot of wind and the clouds rattle by, they absolutely rattle by. And that's one of the reasons I'm not putting the drone up today, because that'll end up in bloody Chile, something like that, and I ain't risking that. So yeah, so I think this photograph is going to kind of capture the Maori name of the area quite well, I hope. This will be my last shot from here, from this location. I've got one in the oven there cooking, and it's probably going to be about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes maybe. See how that one comes out. The light, there's too much cloud on the horizon there. There's no epic sunrise this morning, but to be honest, given the conditions that I was expecting, this is, wow, this has just far exceeded any expectations. It's just been stunning. So what I'm going to do is make my way, after this shot's finished, I'm going to make my way up to the lighthouse, the hill at the back of the lighthouse there, get the classic shot. And there, guys, there's the magic. That's what I came for, that's what I hoped for. Didn't think I was going to get it. I've got it. Oh yes. And just like that, guys, the light's gone. I managed to squeeze off 2 or 3 frames, and I tell you what, those 2 or 3 frames have made me one happy little bunny. This little short ass can't smile wide enough. This is the Deliverance Cove walk, and down there is what is affectionately known as by the locals as the Gap. And you can just imagine, back in the day, 1700 whatever, 18, whatever it was, whatever the date was, 1700 odd, you can just imagine old Billy Colenso and his crew bobbing about in this massive storm, low on water, low on food, low on morale, absolutely desperate for a bit of sanctuary. And then a couple of the crewmen got in a bit of a rowing boat and went for a bit of a paddle, desperately in search of salvation. God, using big words today. Anyway, and then they came across, apparently they saw a lull in the water, and they thought, right, go for that. And when they went for it, they found the gap, slotted in there, and everybody survived to see another day. And that's why Billy Colenso, Reverend William Colenso, named this he didn't name it Salvation Cove at all. He named, although Salvation Cove would have been good, he named it Deliverance Cove. Quite apt. Castle, oh jeez, where am I going? Castle Rock behind me there. That is where we're kind of heading. We're going to have a bit of a walk up there, get a bit of a view. The light's gone, so photography wise, we're not going to match it. We're not going to do anything sparkling photography wise. But just to get up here and just have a bit of a tramp about, and to be honest, this is like a little wind down after rushing about like a madman this last couple of days trying to get the photographs that I wanted. Stunning views, absolutely stunning. You can see why the Maori at the time used this as a par site, which is a Maori word for a village. Easily defendable. You've got bloody 360-degree views around the area. Absolutely stunning. You can see your enemies coming. can knock them off the frigging hill as they try to get up the hill. I tell you what, I wouldn't like to think I was charging up there, facing a cartload of bloody Maori lads, waving the tyre hard about and stuff. Forget that, mate. I'll be straight on boat and away. Just setting up to grab a shot of this scene behind me. What it needs is some light. It desperately needs a bit of light. Pretty overcast at the minute, but I don't know if you can see just out to sea there. There's a gap in the clouds and there's a big band of light sort of streaking through. And hopefully, you never know, hopefully that might make its way over towards my subject in the background there, and with a bit of luck, might just light up the place quite nicely. So I'm desperately waiting to get this last shot. I've taken a couple of shots and I think it's going to look nice once we get a little bit of light. I'm just desperately waiting for a little bit of light, otherwise it's a little bit bland. It's pretty exposed up here on this hill. It's pretty bloody cold actually as well. I'm still on this hill, waiting for some light. I've been here about half an hour, 45 minutes now, waiting for a bit of light. It's not happened yet, but you can see at the side of my face, there's a little bit of light on its way. So that's me for today. I'm absolutely shattered. Not a great deal of sleep, not needed much to be honest. Things like this to photograph, sleep can come later. I'm on my way home now, and I'm quite happy with what I've achieved. I'd just like to say, if you're still watching this, I know it's been a long episode, and if you're still watching this, thank you very much. It's appreciated. I'm from the beautiful Castlepoint on the Wairarapa coast in New Zealand. Ka kite anō.